Hey guys, welcome to my channel. And this video is going to be about test driving a Rivian. Or Rivian? A Rivian? I don't know, I call it Rivian a lot of times in this video, so don't be mad at me. So if you guys aren't familiar with Rivian, it was founded by an MIT grad. They are creating the larger form electric vehicles. So they started with a truck and then they recently came out with an SUV. And by recently, actually like 5 years ago. We test drove the SUV. Very similar vibe to a Tesla, but just in a big car, a really big car actually. And they have the car set up so that you could camp in it and sleep in it really easily. Come with us to test drive the Rivian. It's pretty awesome. And I will see you in a bit. Time to go. We're Ubering there because it's really far, but then we're gonna take the train back. We're in Chicago. It's pretty cold. We got hailed on this morning on our walk to Target. It was not great, not ideal. So Brad, can you tell the story?
We're going to test drive Rivian. My mom got ordered one like a year ago, and it takes forever to come, and they have like a test drive in Chicago, so my mom asked me to try it out.
That's wild. Your mom has very impressive patience. I feel like nobody else would have waited for that. That's so cool.
Got your charging cable, it's 18 feet long. 220 outlet is probably the minimum that you would want at home. This regular outlet, you're gonna get about 2 miles. Obviously best for kids, but still a little bit of extra space in here. And then you can like fill up your tires. You have a kit here. It's 18 feet long, I think, so it'll reach every wheel from that corner in case you need to add some air. Have you driven an EV before?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, so it's gonna be a little weird because this thing doesn't coast. So like it's like a golf cart. Like if you
take your foot off,
if you take your foot, it stops pretty quickly. Like unless there's an emergency or something, you basically don't really use the brake very much. And we'll take a quick spin through the woods here. You've got heated and cooled seats in the front. They're just heated in the back, and there's a little screen. And then you can kind of go in here and override anything. You can also lock that screen as well. So like if you have kids or something and you don't want them messing with it. And then all the way in the back, you can control that too. Maybe you have a dog back there or something.
Your mom's gonna love that.
Yeah. Defrosters. This is your map. You can zoom out on this map, and then if you hit the little thunderbolt, it'll show you where all the charging stations are.
There's that many?
And then you can filter them by speed. So these are the ones that will charge you in like 30 minutes. So you go from like 20 to 85% in about 30 to 35 minutes.
What about the other ones?
So these, like the slower ones like these, they're kind of all over the place. But these are like what you would have at home. So these take a few hours. But if you're like gonna go to see a movie or like go to a mall or like hang out at a restaurant, then you could still plug in. But if you're like doing a road trip, then it's not quite as good as the fast ones.
How much does it cost to fill up the car typically?
So the fast chargers take about 30 to 35 bucks. Cameras and the back cameras all together and creates this.
So like if we stuck our hand out the window, would it show it?
Yeah, well not only that, but like if you can see, if you open a door, it gets all messed up.
Oh.
Because that's how it's figuring that out. But you also have your wheel cameras. So like if you want to park or like you're doing any off-roading, you can look at that over here. Although I'm a fan of this bird's eye view mostly.
That's cool.
Gear selector is on this side here. So all the way down is drive, all the way up is reverse, and then park is that silver button. You need to put your foot on the brake though, and then when you're ready, just put it all the way down. And then it won't start to move until you press the accelerator. So you can, if you don't hold any pedals, it doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, go ahead and take a right. And then now just let go so you can see what it's like.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we'll just keep going straight and we'll kind of follow that curve to the right.
I like that it shows the speed really big.
Yes. Yeah. It's really quiet.
Yeah.
Below 20 miles per hour, it actually has speakers on the outside that make like a hissing sound, so people can actually hear this thing. Yeah.
So it's just fake noise
It's
right
fake
now?
noise, yeah.
That's cool.
It's like pedestrian safety like laws, so the car has to do it.
Interesting.
That seems silly, but...
Deer.
There's a lot of deer here.
So I have a question. How come it is taking so long? Like, Brad's mom ordered the car 2 years or a year
Yeah.
ago, and she's not going to get it till the end of this year or something like that.
We have something like over 100,000 people waiting for these vehicles, and then just keep following that right over there. And we last year made about 25,000 of them, so we're slowly working through them. We're trying to get like over 50,000 this year. We're trying to double our production, but it's hard. Yeah, there's a lot of parts that go in this thing, and if even one of them is not available, it slows us down. So
Yeah, that makes sense. I remember, weren't they asking your mom if she took different models,
something
then
like that.
they
And
should
you
get
can
it
take
faster?
right here coming up. Yeah, sometimes we have vehicles pop up that are available, but you know, if you want what you want, then you should just stick with it, and then you can take a right out of here again. Now when you come to a stop, you can just hang out because you don't actually need to hold the brake. It'll just shine
That's so
hold
crazy.
nice and big.
What does that mean?
It's just hanging out. So
Yeah.
it's like in drive, but it's holding the brake. So red lights, stop signs, you don't need to worry about that.
What about like a big hill would be fine?
Yeah, same thing.
Rivians are really common in San Francisco. That's where I lived before.
Yeah, California I think was where we have so far sold the most vehicles. And then just around that like curve up ahead, there's gonna be a light. We're gonna take a right.
What parts of the car are customizable?
You can change the outside colors, the inside colors, the wheels. You can change whether it has an underbody shield or not.
Is it underbody shield?
If you're gonna plan to do like heavy off-roading, then you can get like an extra heavy-duty underbody shield. But I would say if you're not, you probably don't need it. You can get a spare tire if you need it. You can get 4 motors or 2, and I think that's it right now.
Yeah, nice.
This is the key.
And then here's another key. It's a card. It's good for valet, or if you're gonna plan to use your phone key as your only key, like if you're not gonna carry that, then you should keep this with you as a backup. Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's just so fun. Okay, we just finished. It was awesome. And now we're gonna take the train back to the city.
Yes, ma'am.
Test driving the Rivian was awesome. It was really different because EVs will auto brake when you're not pressing the gas to conserve energy. And so it's a really weird feeling, which was really hard for me to adjust to, but it was not hard for Brad at all. So my question for you is, would you rather get a Rivian or a Tesla? I think I would get a Rivian after seeing how cool it is and how big. It has all this awesome stuff for camping. I think I would choose the Rivian because it's more unique. I mean, given you would have to wait 18 months for that because of their production issues, I think I would choose a Rivian. But it is $75,000, so. Thanks for watching.
Follow along. Sponsored by Rivian.